Oh no, I really don't want to see another grilled steak recipe. Said nobody ever. Howdy, it's Jess Pryles from Hardcore Carnivore, and today I'm grilling up a skirt steak. Carne asada style. And it's gonna be delicious. Just watch. So if you see my previous video on skirt steaks, you'll know there's an inside and an outside skirt. Outside skirt, which is weird because it comes from the inside, it's actually more tender. It's also more expensive per pound because it's more tender, and it's harder to find because it's usually gobbled up by food service, meaning your local restaurant is hogging it. But no matter which skirt you can get, just try and buy the best grade possible, the best quality grade, because that's going to give you the best result. Alright, enough with the babble, it's time for the meat. First up is the inside skirt. And here's the outside skirt. The inside skirt is typically wider and has a coarser and more obvious grain than the outside skirt does. And generally, if you see a package that just says skirt steak, it's probably going to be inside skirt. But today, since I have a choice, I'm going to be cooking the outside skirt steak. Right before I'm ready to grill, I'll season the meat well on both sides with Hardcore Carnivore Michelada chili lime seasoning. To take this steak to the next level, I only have to add in a couple of ingredients to turn it into a complete Tex Mex style meal. I'm adding in these ready to cook mi tienda flour tortillas and this awesome all-in-one brisket queso. Time to put the asada in this recipe and fire up the grill. I'm actually going to be using a 2-zone method and create a direct and an indirect heat zone. So the steak is going to be cooked directly over the coals and that brisket queso is going to bubble away on the other side. I have the grill running at 400 degrees and I'm going to cook the skirt steak with the just keep flipping method, flipping every 20 or 30 seconds for a total of 5 to 7 minutes or until it reaches 135 degrees internal temperature. This way, I get a killer crust without overcooking the steak on one side. Once it's ready, I'll remove it and let it rest for about 10 minutes. Resting is really important to let those juices redistribute after the meat's been on the grill, and it gives us time to finish up the rest of the meal. The brisket queso goes straight onto the indirect side of the grill for about 10 minutes until it transforms into bubbly, melty goodness. Then it just needs a quick stir and it's done. Next, I'll warm up some tortillas, then it's time to cut that perfectly grilled skirt steak right across the grain. Now it's time to put it all together. Go grab the biggest board you can find. Start with some grilled jalapenos, then I'm going to add some warm flour tortillas, add the creamy, rich brisket queso, some fresh guacamole, and finally a big pile of the juicy charcoal grilled skirt steak. And with all the basic Tex Mex food groups covered, you're in for one incredibly flavorful meal. Chef always gets first bite. Now you have no excuse. Get out there, fire up your grill, and cook up some skirt steak. You can grab the seasoning at hardcorecarnivore.com. You can get more recipes at jesspryles.com. I'll see you next time, carnivores.